saying like, yeah, man, you're doing your thing, and you know it must be good not working for the man and this and that. But it's the other things. Yeah, it is good. It's good to control your own destiny. It's good to have that.
5 years ago and be like, my bad, go ahead. Yeah,
no problem. The autonomy, but it's dealing with late payers, man. It's chasing clients down to fulfill their part of the bargain. It's talking to other contractors and to landlords and all that to get access and this and that, and then reports being sent. It's challenging the rotted, man. It is challenging. It ain't all just peaches and cream, eh? And then you get some clients who think they can call you at all hours of the night, and they can send you messages at 10 o'clock on a Friday night asking to check stuff. It's like, do you not think I have a life? You not pay me enough money to be on your beck and call. But this is the highs, the lows, and the interesting domains of being self-made.
Facts. It's not nice, people. It's not nice when you gotta chase money in business. You know, it's not nice, man. Trust me. When you gotta deal with, I'm just fresh off the back of as you know, Noble, off the back of a pursuit where an individual. I got scammed. I can talk. The case is closed now, so I can talk about it. I got scammed in it. See what I mean? But it wasn't like an everyday scam. Someone I knew. See what I'm saying? They kind of like scoped me out. Then they got me. See what I mean? They stung, man. So when they've stung me now, obviously you go through all of the emotions, guilt, you blame yourself, anger, retaliation. You go through the motions, man. It takes time, for real. It takes time. You got to take accountability. See what I mean? For the mistakes that you make in your life, because if you don't take accountability, you can't learn from it. See what I mean? So I can learn from that now moving forward in terms of, I doubt I'll ever miss certain red flags like that again. Or even when you think because you know someone, you don't know a person outside of their actions. Let me get it right. Judge a person always based off of their actions, never their words. See what I'm saying? Look at how they do things.
But as you've just hit on there, it's the experience in it. This is all molds and shapes the characters and the personas and the people that we are. It's having these experiences and not necessarily shying away from them, because we can just live. I wouldn't have dreamt 10 years ago I'd be in a position and doing the things I'm doing now.
Facts.
But because I am not necessarily, because I've embraced an inner overstand that everything in life is subject to change. I don't necessarily like all forms of change, but I know that everything in life is subject to change. And once I really accepted that and said, okay, I need to be like the master said, Sensei, be like water. Be like the water and just do what it do, man. You've got your motive, you've got your agenda, but you've got to take into account the steps that you've got to do to get there. You may think it's 5 steps. In all actuality and in reality, it may be 10 steps. And those 10 steps are going to be arduous. They're going to be testing. But once you go through those 10 steps, it's like, it wasn't as bad as I thought. And actually, those 5 steps which I thought I'd do in this amount of time, I've done 10 steps and I've done it quicker. So no losses, never a loss, siblings. You never lose nothing when we're coming to life experiences. If you don't learn from the experiences, then you of course have lost.
Yeah, facts, people. Just to I'll elaborate. First of all, shout out everyone in the chat. Ari, big up, Aisha, D42, Western. Shout out, man. Now, what happened? So did I get the money back? No, I never got the money back. So what it was, I was gonna make it a story still, but we'll whiz through it. It was a betrayal of the highest level, folks. What the person did is, they got close to me, but when he's got close to me, it's kind of like he's worked it a certain way, people. So this individual kept coming to me and saying, yo, can you link me up with your mom to do this? Can you link me up with your mom to do this? And I'm saying, yo, I can't put you in, like it's nothing to do with me kind of vibe. Like I can't help you. And he just kept asking me, can you link me up with your mom? Now remember, folks, I'm going through this for the last 2 years, people. So every time you see me recording, you see my face, I'm going through this because it's not no little bit of money. So what he did now, he when he realized he couldn't get to my mom, he came around me. So he's came around me and he's just showing me little projects like, yo, I've got this after school program that I'm doing. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like, a man who's doing these kind of things in the community, like he's on what man are on. You see what I'm saying? He's showing little things like, yeah, I got this after school program I'm doing, but I just can't get no funding for it. Then they'll be like, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And I'm thinking, I can't hook you up with my mom, but what I can do, I'll help. You see what I mean? So one day out the blue, people, he phones me. And this is why I say I have to take accountability because all the red flags were there. So one day out the blue, he phones me and he says, yo, can I borrow $5,000? So I've said, yo, that's a strange thing to ask a person. You see what I'm saying? Like, but he's like, yo, I just need it like on a quick thing because there's some issues with something that's going on in my personal life. So I just need it for like a week. Now, I did think about it, but then I thought, nah, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing it. You see what I'm saying? Because if I do that now, yeah, and anything goes wrong, I've lost the money based on borrowing money. So he's come back to me again, people, probably about 2 weeks later, and then said, yo, can I borrow $3,000? So I'm like, hold on, yo, you've gone from 5 to 3. So to cut a long story short, it went all the way down to like, can I borrow $1,000? You see what I'm saying? So that's really where I should have realized, yo, my man's a scammer. He's trying to rob me. I should have realized from that point, but I didn't. So this one particular day, he told me that in his personal life, he buys and sells cars. That's what he said he does. In my personal life, I buy and sell cars and etc. etc. And then I've got a great relationship with the Asian community down there in Borsley Green and in there's two. I think it's Borsley Green. There's another Asian zone in Brom. Anyway, the big dogs in that zone.
I don't know.
It could be one of them zones. Them Asian zones, like when I go down there, it's nothing but M4s and G wagons and this that. I'm very cool with them man there. So them guys, I can phone them for anything. Like you hear me big them up on the show, like them Muslim dons in Brom. I can shout them and say like, yo, I need A, B, or C, and they'll do it. So one of them owned like a massive garage. Like he does MOTs, he does body work, anything to do with cars. He can fix them and that. So my man was like, yo, do you know anyone who's got a garage kind of thing? So I linked him up with them Asian man. One day I'm chilling in my yard. I get a phone call. I answer the phone call and it's like a shouting match between the Asians and him. And they're like, Mark, yo, nah, man's taking the piss. And he's saying, no, they're taking the piss, whatever. So I mediated the situation. What it was is I had referred him to their garage and he had brought a card there to get fixed. And he just left it there. Like he just left it there. He didn't even give them no money, nothing. He just left it. So what they were saying is, yo, we're going to have to charge him storage if he don't come and get his car because we have to pay for this garage. So that was one big argument. Then it was a long thing to get the car out. From then, that's when I should have cut ties, but I didn't cut ties. So anyway, I purchased a van through the individual. But what he was actually trying to do, and this is why I tell you that energy is real, the Most High is real, ancestors are real, because he was trying to actually get me for that was the figure that he was trying to get me. But he weren't just trying to get me. One of my brethren who lives in Northampton, he does well for himself. You know, he does very well for himself financially. He was trying to get him as well. So he was trying to scam the two of us. So he was trying to get the both of us to invest together, and he was going to scam both of us and run off with the money. But what he did, my friend, for some reason, and this is what I say again, people, this is what I say, the universe is 1000% real, because we were very close to actually putting in way more than what I had put in. And we were close, like I'm talking on the day kind of vibe. But something stopped me from getting my friend to invest. Something said, let me do it first. And then I'll bring him. Yeah, I'll bring him. So my friend never ended up investing, but I did. And when I invested, what he did is he said, yo, you'll get the van in 6 weeks, because it was meant to be a Japanese import. So he's like, yo, you'll get it in 6 weeks. Now, what I was going to do, people, I'll talk it raw. I'm transparent. I was setting up an airport business, transfer thing in Gambia. So I was going to ship vans down to Gambia, and then we're going to, you get picked up. So let's say you land in Gambia, people. If you ain't been there before, when you land, it's very hot in the airport. Like the AC barely works. Like there's a lot of people begging you when you're trying to leave the airport. Taxi men are begging you for things. Like it can be quite daunting, especially when you're getting off a flight. So I was thinking for people of the diaspora, America, Europe, wherever, when you land, you got a man there waiting with the sign. He brings you to a nice van. I was going to do up the vans, put the stars in the ceiling, all of that. Like I was going to do it. You see what I'm saying? So what he did, he sold me, he said that he was buying the van. He ran off with the money. But people, that ain't even the worst part of it. Trust me, you don't know. But so he's ran off with the money now. And what he's did is, he's ran off, but he hasn't been a man about it and just said like, I've robbed you. Accountability. And that's it. Accountability on my side. A very expensive mistake, but it's accountability. I ignored all the signs, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you go into a thing. And just to reiterate, there are people running around now who are just looking to rob anything that moves. You get me? Just, looking to rob anything that moves. You see what I'm saying? So just be careful, folks. That's all I can say to you. Be careful. And, you know, I just got to move forward now. You get me?
The only way, man. The only way.
Yeah, man.
You've never been a part of that underworld and stuff. So it is an option, but you know, wiser minds have prevailed, and nothing but experience, man. Nothing but
This is
experience.
what you know. It is people. These are the things people don't see. Yeah, like you gotta think. Yeah, my mom. People think like she's rich, innit? So a lot of black people, they don't even know what an MP's job title is.
Come on, Mark.
So it just becomes a thing like they're thinking like you just got bread to lose. You get me? So this is something that comes along with the game. And Aisha, he said he was robbed, but his actions didn't support it, because if it was, I'm the kind of man, you know, I know that shit happens in life. So I even said to him, all right, you got robbed, safe, pay me back on a payment plan, or give me a date. You get me? Give me a date when I can get the bread back. But he'd always like say like, oh, I'll have it in 2 weeks, and just dragged it out. This is where sometimes I try and give empathy when I'm covering certain stories, because people, you know how hard it was to just allow this. You know how hard it's been to say, yo, just allow it. It's been a journey to get to this level.
Come on.
It's been a journey to get to this point of saying like, allow it, let him run with it. That it's been a journey, but we're here now, man. And it is what it is. I got to practice what I preach. Accountability. I did it. I handed him the bread. I gave him the money. So no one didn't force me to do it. Like, you have to do your due diligence. We say this online all the time. When we talk about the Cassies and the people who have got involved with predators and this, that, like, we always say, what? You did that? So it's about, I got to use it on myself. I did that. I handed over the bread. Now
it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do that, though, Mark. This is the difference between what normally happens and what you've done in this situation. Is that people just instantly, what people are going to think, if I don't retaliate to the highest, then it's people are going to think they can walk all over me. And it's going to happen continuously. The people are going to try it. They're going to try it. Sometimes, and more time, it's best to be the adult and walk away from it. And as you say, most importantly, outside of walking away, which is going to diffuse what the repercussions of the part 1, the part 2, the part 3, and the ripple effects of that is, how did I manifest this? Could I have stopped this? Did they come at knife point, at gun points, and say, yo, give me the thing? Nah, it didn't happen like that, did it? There was signs, there were symbols, there were visions, there was whatever was put in front of me, and I ignored it. So what do? I use this as a shield now, as one of the armor that you're supposed to roll around with anyway. Next time you're in any kind of situation, like, you smell it. You are one of those vibes. Okay, we can't link. We can't vibe together, because I know what kind of vibe you on. I see it. I've been down here before. I've got the t-shirt. I got the mug. I've got the key ring. I've got the experience.
Yeah, man. It was a harsh lesson to learn. Like I say, it was a harsh lesson, and even at times, but I can talk it now. There'll be times when I'm walking my daughter to school and I'm looking at her and I'm saying, yo, he's took the money off you. You don't know what that does to a person, people. Trust me. Like I said, it's been one of the hardest challenges to overcome, to be able to get to the point I am today, where you can just leave him, say, yo, let him get on with it. Like, he got me. And then when you think about how he did it, and you know, like, yo, that whole time you was planning to do that.
Yeah.
And then when you think what he could have got, like it could have been way what people like. If it was a multiverse, this was the best case scenario. Trust me, he could have got me for a lot, and he would have got me for a lot more. He wouldn't have cared if I lost everything. But it just shows you. And this is a black brother, diaspora Jamaica. There's no lessons in a man being in violence. You can't teach anyone nothing through violence. I'm a true believer of that. You got to think long term in life. Like, yeah, you burst my bubble for the short term and what I'm doing. But, you know, with the help of Stephen and with the work I'm doing with Noble and all of that, man's still on the straight and narrow and good. That when you're surrounded by people like that, it's very difficult to fall.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to allow you to fall or allow you to make certain silly mistakes. And that's another thing. It was a test as well, you know, because you know what he even said, folks, one at a time. He said, oh, well, if you invest your money and it goes wrong, that's what happens. That's what he says to me. He goes, if you invest your money and it's gone wrong, that's what happens. There's nothing. That's how it goes.
Okay. So about your money that you invested, the same rules apply for that. And everything in life that you put out there, it's gonna come back. It comes back. And as I was saying to you, if you hold of this thing, things are going on. Things are going on. You may not see them things, but things are going on. Oh, someone popped my tire. Oh, this happened. Oh, you know what I mean? Someone just came up behind me and just lapped me in the head with a brick. Just lapped me in the head with a brick. I'm just knocked out cold, wake up, and I'm in the hospital. Why did that happen? Because you're doing nasty, horrible, wicked things.
Exactly.
And you then attract horrible and wicked and nasty people in it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why when you see stories of like people getting injured and things going wrong, you don't know what these folks have done. That's all I can say, people. You don't know what these folks have done, because let's just say that this was another universe and that's all I had. Let's just say that's all I had, and I was banking on that business to make it in life. And he done with that.
Different conversations.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
You have to, so remember, he will come unstuck. He will do that to someone who's in a position that they can't afford to lose it. And not to say I can't afford to lose it, of course, but where they can't be the bigger man. But these are the tests that you get, folks, when you're online speaking. And this is why I say a lot of people don't understand why man's are very, very standoffish. If like, especially with new people and all of that, because these are the things that happen. And to be fair, though, this isn't someone new. Like I said, people, this person's known me my whole life. And what I don't understand is with what this person did, how do they expect to move forward? Like, you've got to live with that. A lot of people don't know when you do a move like that. Remember, this wasn't drugs. This wasn't anything to do with road. This was legal bread. So how can he live? This is what I say to myself. If I done that to a young family, or, you know, scam some young family, like, how could I live knowing that, yo, I've scammed these people? Like, even if I thought they want retaliation, like, I'll be like, there's no way I can get away with this.
It doesn't compute, sibling. That behavior and that attitude does not compute. It's not in our bloodline. It's not in our DNA. It's like we weren't cut from a cloth to consider such wicked acts. You know what I mean? Do unto others as others would have do unto you. That's quite simple in itself. You know what I mean? I want to be treated good, so I treat everybody, no matter what you look like. I treat everybody good. You treat me bad, then we've got another conversation to talk about. But I present goodness up front, and generally, I'm 99.99% of the time, I'm presented or met back with the same energy.
Yeah, man.
It's rare. Come on, sibling, you know the flex. We don't walk in the muck and the mire and thing with the wading boots on and thing. We float and thing, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So, yeah, so it is what it is, folks. But again, people, it is what it is. I ain't saying... I'm more so saying it because it's over now, and I was going to break it down as a Brum story, but I feel like I don't want to bring my problems, even though it's in the past now. But even if one person hears this year and knows that they will take more due diligence than the job, it's a job well done. Even if one person hears this and it saves them from making a dumb decision, then job well done. You get what I mean? But don't think I'm on here looking for sympathy or nothing. Like, I take full accountability. One thing about me, I practice what I preach. I did it. I walked into the lion's den and I got bit, and that's how it goes. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to question the Most High's plan. I may have needed that that could have been a
Yeah.
thing that he said, "Yo, make that happen to Mark." So because whatever I've got in store for him in the future, I need him to learn this. It could have been that.
It's greater.
It may not
It's
have been
greater.
that. You know what I mean?
No. That's exactly what it is, sibling. That's exactly what it is. Um, authors of the same book wrote in different ways. This is as the Christian faith would say. This is predestined. This is for the greater. So tenfold what you've lost is coming back.
Yeah, man.
I have no doubt, Mark. I have no doubt in my mind. Because as you say, as we say, and as we do, we walk it how we talk it. Man ain't one dimensional with the thing. Listen, man ain't making damn content for clicks to support our lifestyle.
Facts.
Huh?
Facts.
Man ain't trolling people, being disingenuous, using profanity here, there, disrespecting man. None of that business to make money via Alphabet/YouTube. Huh? No. We ain't doing nothing like that. We've got a life and careers that we are maintaining.
Exactly.
This is food, man. This is food for the siblings. Then this is part of my duty as an original man who is upright. If I was a savage, then of course I'd be on here talking savagery.
Exactly. Scamming. For me, that's one of the worst ways of making dough. Because when you scam people, yeah, you can run into someone who don't have nothing to lose. Like my man, he got lucky with me in it because you've caught someone who I'm at that point in life where any decision I make affects bare other lives. So if I take it to a road level and I get locked up, you can't put a price on what it's gonna cost my children. There's certain things that are priceless in this life that you've been blessed with. Think about those things, and that's it, man. That's it. No,
you didn't enter the den of lions, sibling. You stumbled across a pack of hyenas, and one of the hyenas did bite you. Okay,
that's it. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's all it was, man. That's all it was. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
But life lessons, man. Again, this is all these things, whether financial, whatever, it's all lessons, man. And we should, and this is, it takes time to develop. These are all skills. These are all. So every day you should really unpack the day with yourself, especially if you're alone, if you don't have a king or a queen, unpack that day, whether you write it down, like, did I achieve what I needed to achieve in that day? Were there points where my authentic self didn't come out or my analytical self didn't come out and I allowed someone to do X, Y, Z? We should be trying to, what do I say pretty much every broadcast? Be the best version of you every day. How does that look like? It's putting little steps and little procedures in place to get you to the moon, to Mars, to Jupiter, wherever your ultimate destination is in your mind's eye right now. Things have to be put in place. Goals need to be set short, mid, long, and you smash them things and you get those endorphins going off in your head. Yo, I did it, man. I paid off that credit card. I paid off half the mortgage. I paid the loan for the HP thing. Whatever it is, just, do the fizzle, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, folks, it is what it is, man. But I'm proud of myself, yeah, that I didn't engage in any kind of warfare or not, and I'm just glad I didn't do that and I practice what I preach. Accountability, and that's it, and we move forward, man. So it is what it is, folks. Just understand the time we're living in, though. I understand it's difficult to dwell around the community and try and build because you can't. The facts are you can't, people. You can't build with these, man. And don't let me bring my endeavor and try and because there's still brothers out there like myself, Noble. I'm guessing most of you on the stream, Stephen, who still want to build as a community and do things the right way. However, those people are few and far between. So I understand why a lot of men run up underneath different cultures and rare, because when I'm doing business with them, man, and I'm seeing like, oh, it's not even a thought of trying to scam nobody, or like the business is all above board and it's all honorable and it's all sealed with a handshake.
Handshake, yeah, come on, man.
You get what I'm saying? So in my head now, it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult to get online. And remember the past just scroll on your phone the past 2 years. Yeah, just go on the phone. Yeah, on your phone for the past 2 years and look at the different topics that man's had to break. That going through that. First time I'm Mr. Mackey, so big up, man. First time I'm seeing you in the chat.
Yeah, I was
Mark,
gonna
you said
test
you've
it, you
known the
know.
scammer since birth. Does the scammer move in the same social circles as yourself? Yo, one day I'll tell it all, man.
Mm,
I'm healed, but I'm not all the way healed yet.
nah,
I've
time.
still got a little bit of anger. I've come to
Mm,
terms with that. I've lost the P. It is what it is. It's money in it. I've come to terms with that. I've come to terms with that. The project will be pushed back a little bit. That's okay. You see what I mean? That's not a problem. Where I haven't come to terms with just yet is the betrayal, and
that's the
it is a bit of a tug of war, knowing that
yeah.
somebody came around to do that. Boy, it is what it is, man. It's life, innit? It's life. And these little tests, anytime I've had these tests before where there might be something that happens, and off the back of it, it's always been something life changing that comes of it. So, like I said, I don't want to question the Most High's plan.
No, never that,
See what
silly.
I'm saying?
Never
I don't
that.
want to question his plan because there's a reason that reached me, and that's all I
But
can say.
but you see that, Mark, you see what you just said, and I'm saying never that, never that.
Mm.
Some people aren't in that mind space. So the first thing they do, because I remember, as a not younger than I am, let's say, and things would happen, and I'd be in bed, laying in bed, like, Most High, what's the deal, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, this happened couple months ago. This happened now. This happened. What? Why is it just constant? It's like a battle every. There was a period in my life, Mark, where a good, let's say, from
Oh,
oh
you
eight.
knew. Big up, big up, big up. Yeah, carry
Give
on, Noble.
thanks. Give thanks. From oh 08 to probably, yeah, from oh 08 to say 11. Man was battling still. Man wasn't just jumping over hurdles. I was
Facts.
scaling, flipping cliffs and shit on a vertical with no climbing gear and stuff and no guides. I was going up to the Himalayan mountains to Kilimanjaro. I was doing all kind of stuff, and I'm like, yo, why is it constant? I've just completed one mission. Now you've got me over there in Game of Thrones and all kind of mad. Like, what's the deal? And I would constantly question it. Why? And then I got to a point where I didn't question because I started to, as I said previously, I started to analyze, well, this challenge, how did this challenge arise? Did I have any effect on this? And then I would go through and say, okay, well, look, yeah, no, but it was you. If you didn't do this, or if you shut your mouth in this area, or whatever it was, then this. And there was a third where no, you had no control over that. That was just the mission. That was just to get you to where you are now. So I say all
Facts.
that to say, faith without works is death, and being analytical of self can take you to the moon and back and also protect you. Because if you're constantly analyzing yourself, and you don't need to do it like as intense when you first start, but if you're constantly analyzing yourself within 6 months, what did they say now? They've got the things them pattern,
Facts.
and the things them is you. Your patterns, you're feeling better, you're more optimistic. Something happens, someone cut you off on the road, you're not mashing down the steering wheel and whatever. You're like, oh, okay. Another idiot on the road. The driving standard is decreasing, as most drivers know. It is what it is. The car's not damaged. I'm not late to where I need to get to. Make I move forward.
Exactly. And what I will say, I'm gonna keep it real, which is a the Brom story is coming. Let me get to the point where I can tell it without feeling angry. When I get to that point, this ain't no worries meeting. Let's make that clear, folks. I personally have to first blame myself, and I encourage everybody else when things go wrong in life. If you made that happen, or you played a part in it going wrong, always hold yourself accountable first. That will help with the healing process. See what I mean? That will help with the healing process better. Whereas if you in denial and you're just woe is me, you won't be
Yeah.
able to move on. You get what I mean? Because the reality is, even at times there was even at times, when I was going through the legal process, that I would be like, damn, I don't even feel Chris doing this. What if he's got problems? But then I'm thinking he hasn't cared about me.
Exactly, Mark. You got to give yourself some credit, man. You've carved out a very substantial lane within Brum. You know what I'm saying? So it's of course you got to give thanks every time to your parents. You know what I mean? But there's also the element that, oh shit, look what Mark's doing. Look what Mark's done. Look what Mark is doing. Present tense. Make us see what good on here. Let me see what I can get out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I always question myself, because I'm like, damn, like a man could have never really thought that I had that to waste. You get what I'm saying? Like he definitely wanted me to bite or to retaliate in some way. And this was a spiritual war, This wasn't about money, folks. This was about, he wanted me to step into an arena. And don't get it twisted, I'll be lying to say that's what we was in Gambia doing. That's what we were doing. We were patterning the details and how we were gonna. It's sickening people because both them trips were wasted. You see what I mean? And I had Stephen involved as well. And this is why I say, man, like Stephen, that's like my brother without being my brother almost. Like it's literally like I ain't got no brother, but that's like the closest thing to a brother. Because even when it happened, he was like, "Yo, I can't believe man done you that," and yo, let's just keep pushing forward though. Let's just keep pushing forward. Like, let's not. Because remember, I got him involved. Like I got him involved. You get me? Like in the second trip. See what I'm saying? I bought him and was like, yo, because we wanted to start with 3 vans. So it's crazy, people. But when you got proper true people around you who know you, and I was just transparent, I just said to man, look, this is what happened. It is what it is. See what I'm saying? It's what it is, folks, and that's how it happens in business as well. Like anytime you're doing business, we now have things now though, Noble, that we can protect ourselves. So even like I done a transaction about 3 days ago, and it was a large transaction. Let's just put it like that. And what I decided to do is do the transaction through PayPal.
There we go. Yeah. Extra layer of protection.
You see it. So PayPal charge you. So they will put the money in the person's PayPal account, and that person's free to spend the money or whatever, and you can put terms on it. So you can say, you've got 30 days to deliver whatever product it may be. And if they don't deliver it, you go to PayPal and say they haven't delivered it. PayPal put their account in a minus.
Yes.
And you get your bread back. Now that is how I've been moving forward, because business hasn't stopped. One thing I can tell you is that you can't never stop this train. That's just never going to happen. That's never going to happen. So business hasn't stopped. You see what I'm saying? Is what it is, man.
Yeah. Listen, you see that? See, that's on a personal level. I had to go through a liquidator to get monies from a company.
Damn, you see what I'm saying? No, but that's long.
First, look, I didn't know nothing about this here. I know of liquidation and etc. what happens, but on the other end, like, because I'm normally going in there saying, okay, yeah, you know, we can salvage this out of here, blah blah blah. The security wise, okay, or we can leave it in there, this and that, or I don't. So listen, there's a whole heap of paperwork you gotta do. Number one, then depending on what the value of your sum is, and I think it was 3, just under 4K. And again, this is where again you talk about accountability. I have rules, and I broke the rules. So because I broke the rules, I had a debt of almost 4K.
Yeah, man, and you held yourself accountable.
I certainly did, but all praise to the Most High, because I was diligent, and the letter came through about the Sodom. You got to do this. Spoke to the Empress. She helped me a bit on it. Filled the paperwork out. Kept in touch with them, etc. I think just under a year, I got about 2.5 back.
Okay, that's decent recoup still.
Yeah. I, at least I was able to actually get something back, but it was because it wasn't even like a little small company. So this is the thing about it. I'm thinking, this big massive company wants to do business. Okay, you've got your terms. Okay, I got my terms. Oh yeah, but we're a big company. So my terms is if we're just doing business, if you just email me or whatever, I mean, this is the first piece of business. I'm going to send you a pro forma invoice, which means you've got to pay me before I do any work, and it clearly states it on the thing. So their accounts on this thing. Oh no, we don't work like that. We do 90-day, 60-day terms. I think it is. Most companies, big boy companies, will do 60-day terms, and that 60 days turns to 120 before you get paid, or if it's 90, then that turns to 180 before they'll actually pay you. It's wrong that big massive companies do this, but they do a lot to especially smaller organizations. So I just told him flat out, listen, nah, nope. This is a massive site. You've got two systems on there, and you've got no. I said no. I said if you want me to do the work, you got to pay me.
The times we're living in now, there's a lot of disingenuous people who they're not trying to build no long-term relationships. Like, think about it now, yeah, with that move that my man done to me. Let's say he would have came through with that van and said, yo, there's the van, and I would have took off over there.
Come on.
He could have made a wage every single month from me.
Come.
You get me? He could have made a wage every single month, but he's thinking short term. I think it was more so an attack on what man's building more so than man.
Yeah.
Let me try and make it make sense. I think it is more so done to take down everything I'm doing.
Destroy the legacy?
Yeah, that's what it was about. It was about me crashing out. I'm telling you, I have a hard time to believe that it was about money. I'm telling you, I think it was about, let me bring some disrespect to this brother and get him to step off his square. Yes. And once he steps off his square, we've got him in the net, and then we're going to feed him to the sharks. Because that's what he wanted me. He wanted me to crash. And once I would have crashed, all he'd have did is phone 999, and it would have been me paying and I would have been saying, why didn't I do what I'm doing now?
Yes.
That's all it would have been. So that's why I'm like, yo, I got to be careful. And people don't understand like why we kind of move the way we do certain times, because it's been bare with this. It's been bare with these people, like with this podcasting thing. Honestly, when I see all these mans online joking with this thing, people, this thing's no joke. This, you know how much there's people that I'll never speak to again just because based off of things I've said, and I won't deal with them. I won't deal with this. This podcast thing's no joke, you know, no joke whatsoever. When you decide that you're gonna do social commentary, or especially when you got a take like the takes that I have, like this is no joke. Like, people, I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to watch the stream in full, consider becoming a Patreon or joining our YouTube members. And don't forget to hit the like button, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.